We've seen, obviously, the one-shot builds that come out, but it is going to be for Elyoya.
Someone has to pay the price. When you pick weird stuff, someone has to pick something boring, and in this case, it is Mirwin.
Just off of the strength of this pick, whereas Mirwin already had to burn through 2 pots and still struggling.
Yeah, and this is what's so infuriating about the champion, right? Is you just can't really bully it out of lane unless you can all in it. It's just so difficult to do early on. Caps, excellent flick back, but here comes Elyoya. First blood already there. Yike, ready to cover, but if Elyoya gets into that front.
They cause MDK to invest resource onto this bot side. As Yike, this is not where you want to be.
Yike about to take a lot of damage here. Fourth ability, a little bit extra work to flash out the heal. G2 are using a lot of sums. MDK, Frescowi now on the chase. This is going to be big for the Ahri. Instantly over the wall, now chasing down Yike. Will get the reset on the Mickey X. The charm connecting as well. Frescowi doing so much work, and now it's Hansama who's going to be in trouble trying to get 1 kill back. The knockup is there. The exhaust is there onto Alvaro. And it's not going to result in
wave shoved out. But Elyoya starting to sneak in onto this bot side.
Broken Blade. Committing the ultimate here onto Mirwin. Will he find the kill? Immediate stun fall from Mirwin. Good. Gets the ulti. Might just be forced out of lane at this stage. Hansama rooted up. That's going to be big from Supa. Supa now needs to back away, but the Gravity Storm is there. The Colin coming out, and down goes Supa. It's here on the backside immediately. Wants to leap on Hansama. The dash back to safety is just enough. Ticking the health bar, blinking, but he manages to stay alive. But here comes Frescowi. The dash in, the Spear Rush. No! Hansama! The sidestep! The last little bit of healing and the thumbs up. Frescowi knows. He just got outplayed.
Yike managing to get into that bot lane before MDK
because the auto attack is what causes the initial CC from Yike that Supa's flash ends up not being effective, allowing the Gravity Storm. That was a play where every single little mechanical moment mattered and just barely turning out in favor of G2. MDK control of the bot side jungle. Mickey knock up there, follow up there. That's 1 dead Nami. But again, the heal, no. Shogi, he's dead. He's dead. It'll take a second. The tidal wave comes out, but Frescowi now on a killing spree. This Ahri looking to take over the map, and now Hansama.
Yes, to hold the wave.
I don't think he's going to be that lucky this time around. They know they're going before the wave even comes in. Dash to safety. Alvaro is probably going to give his life here. The heal again! How many times this game are people going to walk away with less than
G2 going to have to be hyper aware of that and trying to establish some sort of vision there.
Alvaro alt quickness, W forward, instantly gets in. The root is there. G2 disrespecting. Caught napping on the bottom side. Mickey, the flash forward from Zuba's big though. He's taking tower aggro. Yike gets 1 back. Elyoya on the retreat. Yike stepping forward, he has red buff, he should just be able to finish the kill. Step backwards, shut down there for Yike, the Rel. No business killing this many champions, but MDK opened up, they get the opportunity, and now G2 are quick to punish. A disastrous start turned back in their favor as the final kill goes through in favor of Caps. Very fed Rel in this game, but it does certainly help, as now G2 trying to leverage their strength in the mid lane. His 1.5 item Lucian with an Imperial mandate is always going to be
to push in and just brute force their way in, knowing that with no pick, they're just stronger.
Yeah.
You have to make sure you're getting midway pushed in and establishing vision on Cap's side of the map, so he's not just falling prey to Elyoya as he starts to come in, or a setup from Frescowi. So definitely going to be interesting to see how this mid game is played out, because if you find that pick, you're in a great spot.
Mirwin flick back, not quite going to connect with the tower, likely to fall here. Caps focusing on the tower instead of the kill. They knows there's not really a lot there unless Mirwin overcommits, but Yike is here now. But they're already on the top side of the map, playing for the objective that's up.
And that's where I think it's actually an advantageous trade for G2 to go
often being left alone mid lane to catch these waves. If he finds an angle to attack you, there's not really a lot of counterplay.
Especially with the exhaust, even just the reduction in movement speed is going to be super nice.
Bit of poke. Tidal wave now coming in. Doesn't look like it's going to hit anybody. G2 just really determined to shut this Rengar down, willing to burn so many resources. Colin coming through, Elyoya with nowhere to go. So much of the potential gone, but Mickey now been caught out the rocket for reset. Alvaro pulled away, sidestep is clean, now trying to quickness out of safety. Frescowi dashing to try to give a support and angle to get away. The wall now coming down as well. Dash back to safety, dash again. Clean from Alvaro thus far, nice heal to get them away. Good patience from MDK to survive as well as they did. One Frescowi over the wall. He's about to get spotted on vision if he steps too far forward. He's respecting the potential for a brush to be there or for the ward to be in the brush. The Herald are about to charge. Pressure in favor of G2. MDK need to be the ones that make a decision here. They can't risk the 50-50 because they're already losing something in mid. Who's going to get it? It's going to be the Rengar. Alvaro now trying to follow up with the Divine. That's a nice knockup, but the immediate stop coming in. Yike not going to let that engage on the backside happen. The Rek'Sai unkillable. He's got so much armor, and here comes Caps. Elyoya waiting for the angle, trying to find it, but just jumps into the waiting exhaust of Hansama. It's one sleepy kitty. Mad Lion's Koi torn to pieces in the exchange.
And in the mid lane, the tower is taken. And you've got that charge onto the next one as well. Actually, it's going to be 2 towers that might go down. Mirwin with the ultimate on the Aura, well, the Aura should be able to take it down, but no, Terra falls.
We'll spot this one out, but too late. A Miracle Gleaming Quill. A Jinx, oh my. Hansama, I don't know, or the Talons, is because it's so telegraphed, and when all 5 players are coordinated, it's so much easier to deal with. And you can see in that fight, Caps and Hansama just free to lay down so much damage.
For these picks, you want to try and play out the lanes in a position where you can actually get control of the map, but
no brushes
just
on the base. They have no way to get Rengar to leap other than ulting.
But how do you even clear waves? Because as long as BB is threatening Super, you're out.
From Alvaro wants to get something. Frescowy now stepping forward, but Yike with the counter engage. Shutdown onto the Lucian is big. MDK have they found that single angle. Mirwin still stepping forward, trying to zone Caps out of the fight. Unstoppable now is Broken Blade going back to safety, hitting Mirwin. 1 for 1 thus far. Yike getting rooted up. MDK have to be careful here. If they lose this fight, they lose the game. Zed just trying to push G2 back. Broken Blade incredibly tanky. That healing is disgusting. 341 per proc there. Zelyoya just trying to maybe cut mid-wave. G2 going to settle for 2 inhibitors and back off. Good pick onto Hansama, stopping what could have been an inevitable end, but they only buy themselves a bit more time and still lose 2 inhibitors.
Dragon is just we have wave push. We have way more damage than MDK do right now. Let's just close this one out cleanly.
Yeah. Supa. The Q does connect. Broken Blade can ult onto the Jinx. Alvaro again fishing for the angle off to the side. This time the tidal wave is there. Elioya trying to find someone to ult, but he's already forced to back away. He's got more time. But again, who are you going to hit? Who matters right now? All of G2 are a threat. The Nexus in their sights. Broken Blade overstepping on the tunnel for a moment. The flash forward, looking to lock down the Jinx. The flick back is clean. Caps on a rampage. There's no space left on the map for Supa to play. All of MDK getting slaughtered. A beautiful shattering strike to stun 2. Mirwin slowly but surely getting cut down. Charm there to try and lock Broken Blade up at the healing. He just won't die. Mad Lions Koi running out of hope here in game 1. This should just be the end, but Alvaro respawns. Potentially a last-ditch effort to hold. The flick back again coming in from Caps. Broken Blade half health again. G2 gonna end it here. They take a little bit more time. They add a little bit of insult to injury, but game 1 belongs to them. Clean in the execution.
MDK tried to find something a little bit.
Yeah, and it's just going to be a bit of a farm fest, and they're more or less going to scale into the game and sort of provide similar-ish things.
But then you have the TF who has the ultimate available to go and join the team, whereas at Avaris, you're going to have to run what? TP Flash?
Yeah, so eventually I'll get the name of that item right. It's only been like a gajillion years since they changed it. Will help at least mitigate some of the Varus trading potential as Yike and Elyoya trading blows. Frescowy starting to wander down, but man advantage for the side of G2. Mickey X hooks the wall, however, and suddenly this play starts to feel bad. 2-man knockup is there. Flip back from Caps is good, but they just do not have the damage at this point in the game. Yike gets taken down for first blood. Combo from Caps, not that menacing. With everyone fighting for control of this. Elyoya on the top side as well, however. It might just be the 2v2, but Elyoya's incredibly low. Elyoya has to be careful not to just give his life here as well. Damage coming down with the Sky Splitter. Mirwin now forced to flash out, but Yike, of course, no flash of his own. Means MDK will walk away. Caps with the Weaver's Wall.
They can completely zone them off here. They've abandoned Terra, and that's what Cap's going to do. No
Trying to
flashes.
get on the opposite side, but he manages to get them both next to Yike. The flick back is clutch. Elyoya back in a brush of his own design, hoping to hold on here, but it's an easy, straightforward dive for the side of G2. Broken Blade tanks to the tower. Now they can set their sights on these plates. That a lot of teams get a little bit too comfortable in the copy-paste jungle pathing and aren't willing to anticipate someone maybe breaking that pathing or conceding some gold to make a play. As now, on the bottom side, Hansama, nice flash backwards, trying to get the reset onto Alvaro. That's big. Hansama can now try to run to safety. MDK fumbling the dive. Feather's gonna fly. Hansama tries to back to me. Just doesn't have enough health, enough time. The pullback. Zaya obviously not one of the champions who usually itemizes. Hold that thought. Weaver's Wall coming in. Caps making an appearance on the top side. Flick back into the waiting arms of Broken Blade. The tower as well. Mirwin can't even auto attack. He'll get taken out by the tower, and Caps grabs another.
Where's this river area and spot out exactly what MDK are up to.
MDK need to get this. Need to continue to assure their own scaling to buy time. Huge damage coming in from Supa. Power the Kraken Slayer as now the rest of the team tries to chase. Excellent disengage comes in from Elyoya. Frescowy the only one in the pit. This is a bit awkward. Forced to retreat now. They get the kill onto Mickey, but they also just leased the Drake for G2.
It was the reset from playing behind Supa and then set up for the play, but Mirwin caught.
Point and click. Cleanse comes out a little early, but it's okay. He's still holding on for now. Flick back, flashed away. Both sums forced out. And another gold card. The tower disabled. G2 relentless. And this is the thing. It's not against the melee matchup. It's not the on-hit Varus. It's without the luxury of a support to protect him. More likely to just get bullied here as G2 trying to force a play on the bottom side. Immediate engage, immediate flip back on a Super. The flash away from the minefield, autoing the ward briefly, but now trying to finish away Caps. Ulti going in from Yike, trying to take down the 80 carry, but Super still standing. Crucially, Hansama. Rocket already done. Retreat now coming in. They need to lock down Caps. Super getting away. Keep your eyes on Broken Blade. He has the flash. He has the gold card ready to go. Shield now going in, but Super just doesn't have the space to deal damage. He doesn't have the health bar. G2 bullying MDK out.
G2 will need to try and set up though if they on this mid wave if they want to try and get some of the Mickey.
Push back on him. Mickey is big. Quick pick and another kill into the back pocket of Supa. Hand delivered. 0-3-1 the score for Mickey. Big fumble on that first play, hooking into the wall. 2 more deaths, I think, a little out of his control as MDK have gotten further and further.
For Alvaro and Elyoya to start to drift to cover a lot of the G2 map plays. And that's where it starts.
Broken Blade, though, continues to be the thorn in the side of MDK. He's the one with the individual lead for G2. Knocking down yet another tower, and it's really tough for anyone on this team to match him. Supa doesn't have...
So they've got ease of access into the tier 2. You can see here, Caps shifting from boss to cover.
Lots of damage now coming in. Supa unstoppable. Really
sticking around in your jungle. So Yike takes a step too far forward and opens up MDK to get that top tower. And now, again, it's just
more and more like they're favored, but G2 with tools to outmaneuver them, which has been how G2 have won a lot of their games against MDK. It hasn't always been, you know, spell. Frescowi now going to try to push Caps, dash back, flick back, traded now, good bit of damage. Caps push back into Frescowi's tower though, now going to try to ult out to safety, but gets caught under the tower. The quick thumbs up, that's okay with me, buddy. 1v1 on the side lane.
Can they try and keep this bear out of the pit?
Navori quick blades. If they sync this up, if they time this up, it should be fine. They've got perfect vision now, courtesy of the Destiny. Coming in from Broken Blade, they back off, they're disciplined, they're buying time, they're taking time. 2.3k getting lower and lower. In goes Yike, down goes Yike. The Baron belongs to MDK. Sole point now for G2, the consolation prize. But all of MDK wearing purple.
Great punish from Frescowi. MDK were like, look, chances are they're already being pushed out. A lot of pressure coming through from Alvaro means that G2 don't really find a comfortable space to back. They're going to be G2 completely pushed into their own base. The only thing it looks like G2 might try and play around is this ward in the mid lane. Maybe they out. That's why G2 just trying to punish the resets here.
Supa? What? Now G2 are on the chase. 42 seconds left on Supa. Broken Blade steps forward. Gold card connects. Cleanse out from Mirwin. Rocket? Oh! Clean hit from Hansama, but we need... What happened there? Was he caught in the wall during the animation of the...
I'm not sure. We're going to have to look at the replay, but either way, G2 managing to get the picks that they needed. MDK so desynced on the resets, and G2 now going to be able to start to push in as the hook, it's the flick.
Where G2 starts to take over again. They have so much CC, they have so much set up, they can't afford to get over aggressive. They're still a Baron. Mickey's going to give his life to make sure that this tower drops. Caps needs to be careful on the retreat. 2 seconds left on Supa. Going to start zooming out of the space. TP from behind. It's not the flank ward from TP or for G2 that matters.
Frescowi.
It's Frescowi on the back line. Going to try to scoop him.
They don't know.
Frescowi's fast play. It might just work out.
Push him mid, 2 waves gonna die to the tower, so MDK!
Flash forward, Frescowi knocked up, and Alvaro wants to turn it right back. Push back from Frescowi is big, Frescowi still standing, Mickey not gonna connect on the hook. The Azir still standing, the sidestep on the rocket is big. G2 now retreating. MDK have a wave to play on the top side, they take out Mickey X and keep this push going, another wave backing them up. They're looking to break open the base of G2. And G2 over eager, get punished. They're trying to make the play.
BB went mid to cover the wave push, so the MDK won't be able to get 2 towers off of this, but they will definitely get that top lane tower for themselves. G2 try to get a little bit more into the play and ends up backfiring. He's going to reset, but honestly that might give the play that G2 are looking for. There's no TP available for anyone on MDK, and maybe that's where G2 look to try and find that TP or that collapse onto someone like Mirren in the mid lane.
Trying to catch Frescowi in the same way that he caught Caps moments ago, but play's going to fizzle. Yike is there, so ultimately
there's the play. There's the play.
Mirwin now in trouble. Caps coming in. Broken Blade now coming in. Root goes out. Mirwin immediately going to cleanse, but it's just not enough. Broken Blade going to run him down. The Bars has got nowhere left to go. Alvaro now running for the hills as fast as he can back to the rest of his teammate, but here comes Yike. Alvaro needs to get out. He tries to dash back to safety. The shield coming in from Elyoya's clutch.
They look for the play in now. Daisy
doing the work. Good hook. Frescowi locked up. Pushback is there to try to disengage, but the stun now coming in. Yike over the top of Bear right into the back line. Supa ghost up. He has to turn this back into his favor. The flick back not going to connect. That's big. That's 1 cooldown. Alvaro here as well. 2 supports in Supa. Is it enough to take down G2?
Yike Has no flash to get over the wall, so MDK gonna try and push forward.
7K, getting lower. Elyoya can try to get in the pit. Alvaro using the engage, just wants to pick off Mickey. Supa continues to step up. Baron down in favor of G2. MDK, is there still a fight here? Nice backstep on the Unraveled Earth as Yike gonna create space for the rest of his team now to recall.
Farm though. A minute left, 2 waves. Not really in a position to do much, especially.
Yike oversteps, unstoppable now, forced to flash. Daisy caught out, Mirwin caught out once again. Flick back is there, good damage. Mirwin lives for a second longer. Caps gets the kill, and Broken Blade and Caps are now tearing down the top side. Split focus. MDK have to be incredibly decisive because the rest of G2 is already moving into mid. They're getting pulled back and forth. They can't decide where they need to go. Caps and Broken Blade are now stepping up. It's like a game of tag, and MDK are the ones losing.
I didn't expect them to be able to get BB in towards the top side of the base, but with MDK committing to Yike, they see their moment to catch onto Mirwin, but now Alvaro
fishing for the play, the flash forward, but no! The immediate denial, he stops the play in its track. Alvaro forced to retreat. Broken Blade stepping up with the gold card. Caps has the damage, the flick back, but no Unraveled Earth. And Frescowi again turning the play back, but already Supa's the one in trouble. Supa trying to fire back, Supa trying to get the damage down. He can't pull the feathers back. He's down. G2 in the blink of an eye. They bring the game back in their favor.
every single time they'd find one pick, one moment, one opportunity, and G2 was shut down Mad Lions Koi.
They always take the shot, not letting that one slip away. Mirwin, he's been bullied all game. I don't think the ending play here is going to be any different. Hans has got no health, just enough from the Grip Bloom. And G2, it was messy, it was sloppy, but a win is a win. They move on to face Fnatic. And I think room, obviously, for a lot of these teams as they make their lower bracket runs, or on the opposite side of our bracket is Vitality. BDS will be going toe-to-toe. I believe in our first series of the day tomorrow, to shift the narrative, to shift expectations, to shift the story. But it does feel like, you know, sometimes the old ways are the best. Back to Fnatic G2, once more time. Narrative, legacy, dynasty.
I mean, it's still relatively new for me, so I'm all right.
Oh yeah, so it's new for you. It's not new for BB though. He's no stranger to G2 versus Fnatic. Neither is Caps. Let's send it down for the interview with both of them.
Thank you very much, guys. You guys are not strangers to Fnatic versus G2, are you? Congratulations on a very swift, I will say, 2-0. However, not the cleanest game 2. I'm gonna come to you first, Caps. Talia back-to-back. That second game was hanging on a thread. I saw you top lane, I saw you mid lane, I saw you bot lane, I saw you dive in towers and dying. What in the world was happening in that game 2?
Yeah, I mean, they really wanted to go for a crazy game. The top laner picked Varus, of course. We were playing the TF. Mega volatile top lane matchup. I definitely had to visit it quite a few times. So it was a lot of fun. Hopefully we get some fun games tomorrow as well.
Absolutely, and BB, TF has been played internationally a lot at this point. It's been flexed into 3 roles. You have played the top lane quite a bit as well. Was that particularly created to pressure the Varus in the top lane? Because it feels like pretty much of an even matchup.
I mean, I definitely do think that Varus has the pressure, but we have the gank pressure, and they did not. And we played it very well. Obviously, Caps roamed top lane a lot, which helped my matchup. And TF Talia has a nice combo because I stun him, and then he just combos off that.
It was mid gap?
It was also a mid gap.
Ah, okay.
It was a team gap as well.
All right, BB. And Caps, I'm going to take you over to game number 1 because you, BB, pulled out the Rek'Sai, you remained onto that Talia. My question right here is that you have a great game on the Rek'Sai, it works, you have sold it before, it worked wonders. How do you stop yourself from saying, frick it, play it on game 2 as well, because it works?
I actually didn't get the... I was looking at myself. I didn't understand.
Did you look good?
Sorry, I didn't get
Were
the
you
question.
looking too good? You couldn't stop
yeah,
looking?
I was looking a little too sharp. Can you repeat the question?
Well, your Rek'Sai also looked very sharp, BB, in
Thank
game
you.
number 1. What stops you from saying, hey, let's repeat it. It worked in game number 1. Let's pick it again game 2.
Well, Rek'Sai is a tank, right? And they
I mean, it looked like an assassin. I don't know.
They blind picked Varus top lane, and Varus is known to be good into tanks. So I was like, you know what? It's probably not the greatest pick. So I just pulled out the TF, throwing some cards, not really team fighting. I was like race split pushing. Me and Caps had a very, very good game in terms of communication, how we want to play the game. We punished Varus very well throughout the whole game. And yeah, maybe that will make him think twice before blind picking Varus.
Absolutely, and thank you for setting up my next question. It is around mid lane and top lane, because you guys played the TF, likes to pressure the map. You play the Taliyah, also likes to pressure the map. I'd love to know the type of communication you guys are going through to sort of not only coordinate for the dives, but also who takes which lane at which point.
I mean, there's a lot of communication, right? Either the waves or tracking like where our opponents are, when we want to pressure and when we want to like take a reset, stuff like this.
And for you, BB?
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. It's really important that we are getting the right waves. At some point, we're like, oh, it's actually better if I'm laning against Azir because we can actually gank the Varus very easily, which we did actually. That was a key play, I think, that won us the game in the end. We were managing to like break through the base very slowly. We had to talk a lot about who is showing on the map, when can we actually go for the play. We have 2 global ultimates, and I think we use it very well.
You guys coordinated so well and it showed in both of the games. Congratulations
Thank
again
you.
on a very quick 2-0. Now stick around because after the break we have PGL with Dylan Falco and Yike.
I'm feeling good. It was very stressful the last game we just played, but I'm very happy that we won it. I think BB and Caps played very well. They were very creative and made us win the game.
Did you enjoy playing Ivern?
The Volibear?
Ivern?
No, I didn't play Ivern.
Did you enjoy playing against it?
Sorry, yeah. No, I never enjoyed playing against Ivern because that champ he doesn't really interact with you. He just farms his camps and then he just puts out Daisy, and Daisy is annoying. It's hard to play, but we managed to win.
What do you think wins 1v1? Volibear, Daisy?
I think it's hard.
I think Daisy might have a chance actually.
Daisy, but yeah.
All right, let's break this down in terms of G2 and how the performance has been throughout regular split, and then we're coming here into playoffs. I think time and time again here, Dylan, every time we're hitting on the fact that early game for G2s might not necessarily be the best performances we've seen, but there's always a way where the team finds something mid-game that they're then able to translate and scale into the late game. From a coach's perspective, how do you ensure that that keeps happening? Because it feels like if that mid-game pick doesn't necessarily translate, then potentially it could be a game.
Yeah, I think it's just important that we have the ability to make plays with our comp, and we actually have tools and like kill patterns and play patterns that actually will work, and that will give us the opportunities to make these sort of plays. Like for example, this game, I think they had a very good comp group of like Ivern and Azir, but we are running a comp with TF Taliyah. So even if the game is a bit weird, or even if the game is, we are a bit behind, there's always the opportunity for our players who are very creative to find things on the map.
Do you think it's a reliable strategy? Because something we talked about earlier today is that, you know, when we were in Fnatic together, when we really needed to win, we would just lock in Braum and On, and we would just team fight in front to back. But nowadays, I mean, you just mentioned that that's kind of what they did. Do you think it's more reliable now than it used to be, like kind of finding these creative openings and playing these hard to execute kind of comps?
I just want to have good drafts, actually. That's how I think about it. Like, for example, in the first game, they were playing the other side of this. They had Rengar into a comp that just wanted to group up and team fight. And once we got to that point, it was a bit unplayable, right? At the Dragon fight, we were fighting a Rengar that was showing on the map, an Ahri that was on a ward. They can't flank us, and they just get aced into Baron. Whereas the second game, we're playing the other. But I think, for example,